Good morning, boys and girls. For this Bobble spider, I have a lot in front of me. We're going to be painting a bunch of different pieces and putting them together. You'll need a white piece of paper, cardstock if you have it so it's thicker, 2 pieces of colored paper, scissors, a glue stick, a black crayon, pencil, and then if you have watercolors, you can use those, or you can use markers if you don't have watercolors. You'll also need a cup with a circle rim to trace, and that's about it. Let's get started. First thing, with your black crayon and your white piece of paper, put a dot in the middle of your paper. Now, pressing down really hard, you're going to start making straight lines, starting in the middle, going all the way out to the end of your paper. It's kind of going to look like pizza slices. I'm making about 7. I would say 6 to 8 lines is going to be the best. Now, looking at one line, make 3 marks going up that line. This is going to space out your web. So again, pressing down hard, I'm now going to start at the second mark I'm at, and I'm going down and up like I'm making a curved line. Now I'm going to go to the next pizza slice, and right where those lines touch, I'm going to try to match my lines. If you don't, it's okay. Do your best. And I'm going to keep going around, making 3 curved lines, kind of like a U. And I'm going down and back up, and make sure your lines, however you draw them, touch both sides of the pizza slice. Keep going all the way around. For the last section, try to line up all of your lines. So the ones closest to the middle I'm lining up, and then working my way out. It's a little tricky, so do your best, and if they don't line up, it's okay. Time to color in your spider web. If you have watercolors, the first thing you do is wake up your paint by adding a little drop to each section. If you don't have watercolors, you can use markers and the water trick that we've learned. You can just use markers by themselves, however you want to color in your spider web. Whatever you're using, think about coloring in each section and being as neat as you can. I like to use one color at a time and fill in multiple sections. I think it works faster that way. I'm also using a color scheme where I'm using all my warm colors. Those are things you can think about. They're not things you have to do. If you have a team maybe that you really like their colors, you can do that. You can do it based on maybe a holiday season you really like in colors. So what would Halloween be? Like oranges and black and purple? I don't know. However you color in your spider web, make sure the whole thing is filled in and you have a nice bright background. Remember, you can always pause this video. I'm going super speedy because I want to make sure you have enough time to do your work. If you used watercolor, let your paper dry. On to the spider. I have 2 pieces of paper, different colors. The first thing I want to do is cut a strip from both pieces, right, like this. I do it along the short side. Now, taking my glue, I'm going to put a little dab on the end and glue them together so that they make a corner, or like an L, if you can see it, or a V. Now, I'm going to start folding my papers over. So see how the black was on top? I folded the blue over. Now the blue is on top, so I'm folding the black. See how that's black on top? That means the blue needs to be folded over. You're going to keep going, alternating which color is getting folded. When you get to the end and you've used up all but one side, add glue again and fold your last color on top so that you have this cool spring. This is what our spider is going to bounce on. Now for the spider. Using two colors and my cup with the rim as the tracer, I'm going to trace two circles, one on the black, one on the other color. I'm also going to draw a smaller circle on the black for the head. Cut out your circles. With some black paper, and this is just that same black piece that I cut in half where the circles were, cut 4 long strips of black paper. Gather them together and try to cut right in the middle. That will give us 8 pieces for 8 spider legs. Finally, take your colored circle and cut it into strips if you would like your spider to be more than just black. If you want a black spider, skip this step. To assemble, start with your legs. I'm just putting a tiny dab of glue on the end of each stick, and I'm going to attach it 4 on either side of my black circle. Now flip it over, and on the front side of your spider, you can add some of these colored strips to your spider, or you can leave it black, or you could draw whatever you'd like on your spider. This is just decorating the front of it. Finally, put a dab of glue on that smaller circle and attach your spider's head. If you have a white crayon, you can add some eyes or whatever other details you'd like to your spider. The last thing is to assemble it. So, take your spring, on the very top, add a little bit of glue, and press your spider so that it sticks to the top of the spring. I'm holding it down, and I'm going to hold it down for 10 seconds. The last thing, when your background is dry, is to glue your spider to your web. Put a little dab of glue on the bottom of the spring and stick your spider anywhere you'd like on the web. Press down and then watch your spider bobble around, moving just like a real spider would around its web.